Call the meeting to order of the Walpole Sewer and Water Commission, being at the premises of the Delaney Treatment Plant on Washington Street in the town of Walpole. The time being 6:30. We have a posted meeting, and a posted agenda. Time being 6:30, we'll open this meeting. And the first item on the agenda is the minutes for October 27th. Well, we have 4 commissioners present. We're missing Mr. Hamilton. We have Mr. Abbott, Mr. Mishra, Mr. Fasanello, and myself, Hassan Yeager, present. Do we have any edits or?
Yeah, one small thing to the page 3, Article 7 outcome and related topic. Mr. Mishra writes a thank you note to the public. I gave the written note to be included in the public record. So if you can include that, that's the only comment I have. Yes. Do you want soft copy so that you can include it as is in the, you can include as an appendix?
You want to attach it?
Yeah. So there's just a.
Can you give it to her?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
give it to you.
All right, okay.
I can give you a soft copy so that you don't have to type it again.
So then just add it.
Yeah, that's the only comment I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Bill?
Page 2, if you go down to the bottom where it says comment requests, back up it says discussion of types of meters. Back up one more line, if you read that, be targeting larger meters first, followed by meters that are no work, I think we wanted to say not working. See that, Terry? Page 2.
How many lines up, Bill, in that paragraph?
See, down towards the bottom, it says comment requests.
Yeah,
All right, so start heading up. The next line says discussion of types, then go up the
Oh, I
next
see
one
that.
and read over all the way to the.
no
right.
working, I get it, yeah.
Other than that, I thought they were fine.
I do have a couple of questions.
Okay, Mr. Fasanello?
Yeah, it says update on staffing. You know, we never get any input into who's the staff. They're never introduced to us. It's kind of embarrassing when I see them on the streets and don't know who they are. We need to be able to know who they are. Mr. Nunnery, you hear me?
Hold on.
Which
This
page?
is
Directed towards you,
Let's
sort
do
of.
with the minutes, though. This isn't,
Patrick, which page are we?
We're on the second page, page 2.
Page 2.
Okay? We need to be introduced to these people. We have no idea who they are, and they're working for us. You know, if you read the town charter, we have charge and control of the water department. So you need to have these people appear, at least introduce themselves, give us resumes or something, so we know with whom we're dealing here.
We'd be happy to host the commissioners during, our usual hours are 7 to 3:30.
We still don't know who these people are. And the other thing is, if you look at the projects we have, in the past, whenever we have a sewer or water project, we get the proposals. Every commissioner used to get a proposal. I haven't seen those since we've had a new town administrator. So I would like to have proposals for these,
Okay.
the bidders of these contracts.
all right, Patrick, we can't, we're doing the minutes here.
I know.
This is separate, because this gentleman, he doesn't make the decision. You have an agent, and you have a right as elected commissioner to talk to your agent and express your concerns. But do it, telling him this is just a frustration. He's not in charge of that. He can't do anything about it.
Do you
If
see the
want
town
something
administrator
done,
here?
You should,
No, he's our superintendent. He can carry the message back to the
well,
town
I would like you
administrator.
to communicate directly with the agent on that.
He's not here.
Well, but this gentleman cannot help you, you're just frustrating
Well,
situation.
He can relay what my concerns are.
Mr. Chairman, if there are no other objections or changes to the minutes, I would make a motion that we accept the minutes of October 27th with the two items, that Pradeep's and mine.
Second that motion.
Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 400. Thank you. Okay, superintendent status, Stephen Nunnery, superintendent of the sewer and water.
Good
Department.
evening. Our seasonal pumping continues to be lower this fall. Currently, we're pumping on average 1.9 million gallons per day. This plant, the Delaney plant, we're currently flowing at 950 gallons a minute, and we are resting our Washington 2A and 3A wells. Things are moving pretty good in the season. This week, we will be pulling our Minebrooks 2 and 2A wells for cleaning development with our contractor, Weston & Sampson, formerly DLMR. Minebrook 2 has been underperforming for quite a while now. Minebrook 2A is probably our best performing well in all of our wells. So when we have the chance, we like to pull these two together. Allows us faster turnaround, and it works out well with the cleaning chemicals, cleaning side by side.
Steve, I just one thing I wonder, was there any test done on Jarvis Farm and about the well? Did we explore any water well in Jarvis Farm?
We spent, Bill, how many wells did we drill over there?
Four. One of
Four.
them was ultrasonic.
The ultrasonic rig.
Yeah.
There was nothing found in the Jarvis Farm area.
Okay.
The material underground wasn't conducive of municipal pumping well in the hundreds of gallons a minute.
Okay, so we can claim or we can state that Jarvis Farm is not usable for drinking water supply?
It is a watershed, I would consider it, a watershed protection area, but as
Yeah.
for exploring for a pumpable well, we're not currently looking over there right now.
Okay, thank you.
So if I just ask, have we started the Minebrook 2 and 2A, or is that
No, we're looking at tomorrow, or Wednesday and Thursday, hopefully.
Wednesday and Thursday? All right.
We expect these wells to be down for 3 to 4 weeks, pending any major pump repair. Sometimes we get them out of the ground, we find out there's a bad bearing, bad shaft, and sometimes the lead time can be a little bit more. Our raw water main picking project finished up here this past week. The project included cleaning all the raw water mains at this plant, the Delaney plant, and we also cleaned the front section of the H.E. Willis plant. A considerable amount of iron was removed through the mains of the cleaning process. One thing I will note for the commissioners, a large amount of sand was pulled from the main from Washington 6. I'm talking like dump truckloads of sand in the water mains. So this is a further sign Washington 6 is nearing its end of life. We were pretty astonished. From cleaning the well, we knew that there was sand being pulled out. It's called a sand pumper. But, we haven't pigged this line in 20 plus years, and the amount of sand built up was pretty astonishing. Total on-site time for this project was just under 3 weeks. The Water Department is engaging the Neponset River Watershed Association for our fiscal year 2026 conservation program. This year, NEPRA will assist with our annual press release, social media campaigns, tabling at community events like Walpole Day, rebate information, and elementary school outreach programs. This program is very similar to years past where we worked with NEPRA. This is also mandated by Mass DEP that we have a water conservation program. Over the past 3 weeks, we conducted a half-system leak detection, mainly our central zone and OPR zone. In total, 93 miles of water main was surveyed for leaks. From this survey, we only found hydrant leaks, no larger leaks, which is really pretty nice for us. These hydrants have been investigated, and the leaks have all been corrected.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
I got a question for him. You, on the past 3 weeks, the department conducted a half-system leak detection study, and 93 miles of water main were surveyed.
Yes.
Is this a pedometer survey?
Say speedometer?
Pedometer survey.
It's mile by mile of water main.
So how does the survey work?
He has our system of our water map, and I've tasked him with surveying roughly about 90 miles in the central OPR zone.
Are contractors doing this?
Yes. He has advanced listening devices. His company is called JMR Water Services. He's a younger gentleman. You might have seen him around town. He actually has like a motorized skateboard, so he can move up and down the water mains listening about every 50 feet instead of walking or driving a truck. So it's actually pretty intuitive the way he does it.
And they're listening?
He's physically dropping his plopper down every 50 feet listening for a noise.
Very good, thank you. Okay, waiting for a meeting preliminary. I intended to do this. I'd like to have the commission stand and pledge allegiance to the flag in honor of Veterans Day. If that's okay. We have a flag over here. Do you mind doing that? To honor the veterans, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. We have an abatement, but was there somebody coming? Do we know, Terry?
I thought so.
Okay, why don't we take the first appointment then? Mr. Attorney Thomas Brady.
Good evening, Chairman Hassenjager and members of the board. My name is Attorney Thomas F. Brady, and I represent Mr. Joseph Callahan. Can I come to the desk?
Sure.
I just want to provide you with the plans. Mr. Callahan is attempting to build.
Why don't you move it either over there or over here?
Yeah, put it over
where you
there.
can
That's
see
right.
it.
We can go over there and look at it.
A in-law apartment separate from the building. And he needs to connect his water line to this individual unit. And the units, the house is located at 139 Plimpton Street in East Walpole. And it would be about 125-foot trench that he'd have to dig from the unit to Plimpton Street. So what he wants to do is tie into the current line that goes to his house, which is behind the unit. And the other issue is Plimpton Street was recently paved, so he would be stopped from entering the street for another 4 years, I believe, a 5-year moratorium. So that's what we're here for, as far as a waiver from your rules and
This is his
regulations.
house here?
This is gonna be the new
The new-
unit.
Where's the main house?
Main house is here. It's right off Plimpton Street. This is the pond, and actually the pond's down here, and the dam's right there. This house is right there. And so there'll be a garage underneath, and then the living is above on the second floor.
And what's this, a septic system?
That's the second drainage retention area.
It's a detached ADU, isn't it?
Excuse me?
It's a detached ADU, not that.
Yes, it is, yes,
okay.
yeah.
So it will, of course, need a separate.
So he wants to connect up here?
No, down here, this is to the unit. So the pipe goes from here right to his house, and he wants to connect in right here.
As opposed to down here on the street?
Correct.
And there's nobody else on this? Just-
No, there
This
actually is.
this isn't a road, is it?
This is a sewer easement here, this is his driveway, but this is the sewer easement for the MWRA,
Yep.
and it goes down 18 feet.
So this is his driveway?
Driveway,
There's no
correct.
other homes?
No,
that he
no, this is
owns?
the pond,
Yeah.
and the closest other home is back up this way.
Used to be more of a pond than there is today.
Yeah, I know.
So I have one
Used to
question.
admire
Yeah.
that pond.
So from his current lot. That's
From the
what,
side of the home.
okay, okay. To the new detached, is the pipe coming from the,
It's coming from the street.
Oh,
This
from the
way
street.
Up here,
From the
so
street.
he wants to connect in before it gets to his,
This
Oh,
is
okay,
about
okay.
125
And
feet,
all-
so
all-
the
all of-
expense would make the,
all the lots are his own?
yeah, he
Okay.
owns the entire lot.
Okay. That's-
and he would be restricted. You could only have one ADU in a lot,
Correct.
as I recall.
Correct, that's
Right.
correct.
So basically, some homeowners have 2 meters,
It's- Right,
right, for an outdoor meter. So this would be a similar analysis in that there's no sewer coming in here. It's just it's 2 sources of water. So
There's
it
no
would be a
sewer-
separate meter, it could be a separate meter.
But there's no sewer in this ADU?
no, he is,
How
actually,
did
no,
they-
he is, he's tapping in up here for sewer to the ADU.
Well,
Right,
there is a sewer connection to the...
Correct.
How is he
Not
connecting
to the sewer, though,
No,
to
How
the
is he
house.
connected to the sewer for this?
he's,
it's,
the
Joe, why don't
the
you come
water
up and
line
show?
runs from the house, runs
This
right
is
by
where
the
the MWA
ADU.
easement is,
ADU is
so.
going to
Right.
connect them with another second meter, so you have to be 2 meters on the
The
water line.
line
Yeah,
comes
but
right
it won't
down
water.
here.
Right.
And that
Yeah,
line
but the-
is-
Yeah.
MWA
Now, the
pipe
sewer,
is in
again,
that too.
comes down,
We can't,
but the
MWA
existing
has
chimney
a
for the house is
easement for the
right
sewer.
here.
It's
Right.
not a
So
wall.
when
Goes right to
tie
his
the
driveway, you can
full
connect
sewer
right to
connection from here into the existing chimney for the house.
All right, so essentially, he's connecting it to
He's doing septic.
the connection right here.
Okay, I didn't know
Even
that.
though
Just doing a
it's-
second
doing
water
septic.
meter, that's all.
What do you mean even though it's in there? He's connected, the
Right,
water line.
this is the
is
water
connected, correct.
So I just want you guys to know that what we've done in the past, the current regulations.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to be clear, so I know how to interpret, seeking a waiver, but is it a waiver of the connection fees in the connection at the main, or just the connection at the main?
Connection at the main.
I'm still willing to pay for all fees associated.
Yeah, so I think if they're paying the fees for the connection, it's really, it's agnostic to the commission, and it's more economical and practical for everybody, I think, in this particular case. I think we have to do, when we have our next rate hearing, we have to change these things, because ADUs weren't around when we,
So one thing I will say, you have a meter pit right now?
No, they never found it.
Yeah. So I will say, let's meter pit this at the street, for both units, only if there's any issues past, the meter along that 125 feet, it's caught in the meter. If the commission doesn't want to go with a single connection.
Not the single connection. So he already has one pipe directly to his main house, isn't it?
Correct.
But the meter is in your basement, or is it?
Yes, it's in the bay.
Okay, and they're not extending that meter, so that's not the point. The point is, from the detached ADU, how much is the connectivity?
125 feet, correct?
To the-
garage?
To the,
From the main line over the street to the.
But
And-
it's-
And so this property was probably before we started doing meter pits. Because typically a house over 100 feet away, we want a meter pit at the curb line.
Okay,
so they don't have,
Plimpton Street.
So the problem is that more than 100 feet.
That's one of the issues, but also to kind of take care of this, we would want a meter pit at the curb line. So if there was any leaks or anything on a 125-foot service, it would be picked up at the meter pits. Versus having the meters at the house and there'd be 125 feet of unmetered, pipes
Right.
going to the homeowner.
what are you gonna put, will you put 2 meters in the meter pit?
I would say it's one service, just one.
So where would I put the new meter in the ADU?
No, it would be at the curb line.
Oh, the curb line.
In your driveway.
And that would service both the ADU and your existing
Yeah. that's-
dwelling.
That's the only way I can see to do it without separating the services.
Right.
And what if they want 2 separate meter? But still,
He can sub-meter, I think from a billing standpoint, with one service, we would only want to bill a 1 meter.
Yeah. I
no,
can-
so the first problem is that it's more than 100 feet,
100
isn't
feet.
it?
Right.
Let's say for more than 100 feet, you don't want to take the responsibility of the pipes. And at 100 feet, after that, he's taking a 2 different water meter connection. That should not be a problem, isn't it?
So you're saying a meter 100 feet in?
No, I'm asking your suggestion, like what do you?
I think it should be a meter pit at the road,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then he owns everything inside,
Okay,
and then we just meter it at the road.
And so if he wants to divide the water usage,
Yes.
he can have, a meter at the ADU and a meter at the dwelling, but it's his meters.
Yeah.
The town
You'll
would have
connect to
one
the
meter
ADU
in
to the water
pitch,
line,
and
it'll
that
just
would
be, you put
it.
your own
One-
meter there.
One service, one meter.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
it-
I'm not gonna split it. Just do it all.
Yeah.
Okay. And the meter pit isn't a big deal?
I mean, you do all this construction, it's only about 3 feet, 4 feet deep by, I think they're about $800,000. They're pretty typical of these long services in town.
It's helpful too, if they ever did sell the home or something, it'd be required probably, you don't want to have that long of a distance.
Okay.
We
With
have
the-
we've had others like this and we've had all kinds of problems.
With the ADU, I don't believe that they can separate it and sell one versus the other, is my understanding.
No, you can't.
No.
Right, so,
But if he rented it out to a family member or something, they could have his own meter just
Oh,
for
yeah.
them to be building their own internal.
you put the pit meter here, right now, his connection is way down here. And so Steve's concern is that you have a leak anywhere along here, we don't know about it because
this whole driveway,
this is his driveway.
his driveway,
Right.
not the public way.
Nope. no.
He owns that water line, the curb, the curb.
So he was
Yeah.
proposing to tap in,
Okay.
we're saying, just put the pit meter here, 1 meter services the lot. And because an
No, no,
ADU
the-
can't be separated, that's okay.
The problem.
And he has permission to hook in the ADU to your own line then, and you can meter it how you like.
Well, it's his line.
The other thing is, the pit
Yeah.
meters,
Yeah, I know.
they have problem with flooding and all, isn't it?
Say that again?
The pit meters, they have problem with flooding and other issues?
No, so the meters are meant to be submerged.
Okay.
We hang the radio right by the top lid. So typically, it's not, 9 out of 10 times it's not in the water. But even those, they are sealed to be watertight.
And how many pit meters we have across the town, like?
I'd say at least 50 to 100.
Okay. So, yeah, so my only concern is about using pit meter as an approach. But if you think, yeah,
That is our standard operating procedures on services over 100 feet.
okay, that's fine.
Okay, so Mr. Brady, are these conditions okay with your client?
Wait a second, I get some questions. Okay, is this are you gonna connect to a sewer or have
No.
septic?
Well, the
On the
current
insula-
home, the
on the,
current home
um,
is connected to sewer, and he's gonna connect in, the ADU unit to the sewage.
Okay, where's the sewer going to connect?
Let me show you.
It's way down.
Is
down
it going
here,
to connect?
At the existing chimney.
Which is way down by the existing house.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Is electricity going to have its own electricity line to the street?
Yeah, it actually, Joe, you can explain that. These ADU
It's not gonna be
units-
attached to the house?
No.
It's going to go to where?
Under the ADU guidelines, I have to run a separate service from, it's not from the street, it's probably like 30 feet into my property, there's an existing pole there.
Yep.
And right now, the service to the house currently goes underground to the house also. And I continue, underground to the unit.
So you're gonna have a whole separate electrical system, right?
Yeah.
Do you have gas in the street?
No, there's gas in the street, but I don't have.
You don't have gas into this property.
When they put the gas line in, back in the early 90s, they wanted to charge me $7,000 for it.
So none of these, you're not connected to the gas line?
No, because I have an underground propane tank on site.
All right. The problem is, that, and this has happened before, so I have some experience with this, where, about 50 years ago, maybe more than that, we had factories and they built workers' houses. And in some places, they would have a house plus another house, and they would share utilities. Well, that's come back to bite us, because even though they couldn't possibly be sold, they were sold. They were divided and sold, so they have different owners completely. They have sewer that's connected, they have water that's connected, and it winds up a problem for the town. Because what he said, you allowed us to do this, and now we have blockages, I'm not paying for it, I'm not paying for it. The town wound up paying for it. I would like to see all these accessory dwelling units have their own utilities. That means sewer and water and electricity and whatever other utilities there are. That's what it should be, because they're going to get separated. This is a garage you're building, you're converting your garage.
What I'm doing is, my wife and I currently live in the house.
Oh, you better speak up.
Okay, my wife and I currently live in the house. We are going to be selling in the future to my son, okay, and we will live part-time in the ADU.
Okay, and is that a garage now?
It's a freestanding one-car garage which I'm gonna demolish.
Oh, you're gonna just take it right away?
Take it away and build this new building.
You're gonna build a new foundation and a whole
Yeah.
new
Yep.
building, okay. So, yeah, well, good luck with your new house, but I think it needs its own utilities.
Well, I don't, the town would have to substantially change the zoning laws for me to do that, because I don't have the frontage for 2 units. I barely have enough frontage for 1 unit.
I mean, the other argument of that, Patrick, is that the whole purpose of the ADUs is to provide economical housing and to provide low cost so people can have affordable housing. And when we come along and try to make them redo all the utilities and open the roads up, we're doing just the opposite of what the intent of ADUs is. So we're fighting the whole program.
If I have to do that, it's cost prohibitive. It's not really worth it, because I don't know how much time I'll
Yeah.
actually spend.
No, I understand.
So I just, I'm
Well, it sounds reasonable to me.
You know, ADUs are required to have their own utilities. The only way they can get around that is if the commissioners give them a waiver. So he's basically asking for that. Now, the question is, do we give him a waiver, or do we have him conform to the rules and regulations?
I think
Right.
because the ADUs are new, and there is the restriction that they can't be separated, and I understand, Pat, you're saying in the past that, well, they weren't ADUs, but the things that weren't going to be,
Same thing.
right, but because we've now identified something as an ADU with its own set of rules, I would be in favor of the, treating it as one service, both water and sewer, and, you know, we bill, and particularly because sewer is tied, how we bill sewer is tied to your water bill, that just by putting it as a pit out at the front addresses Steve's concerns. And after that, you know, if they want to have 2 meters that they own so that they can say, well, this amount of water was used at the ADU, and this is how we're going to divvy up, that's their business.
Right.
So
Well, that sounds like a motion to me.
it is a motion.
Okay, I'll second it.
Can you
So-
repeat the motion?
The motion is that this would be addressed by a pit meter out on Plimpton Street that, and
At
the...
100 feet.
Well, it's because it's 100 feet. His current water line is
So
more than
first-
100 feet. Yeah,
over 300.
it's over 300
So
feet.
the first 100 feet will be the town's.
No,
Okay.
the pit meter will be at the street, at
Oh, okay.
Plimpton Street. Anything beyond is just like you or me. Once it passes the water meter, if it leaks, I'm going to end up paying for it, or you're going to end up paying for it.
Okay.
We don't have 300 feet of water line where leaks could occur, and we'd never find it would be our meter, our water just going out unmetered, so.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? 3-1.
Okay.
Congratulations, Mr.
Thank you.
Callahan.
All right, so
Do we get a copy of that at some point, or?
Keep this here.
Is that all right? Do you have extra
I have
copies?
like 4 copies.
Okay, so long as we get one.
Well, the only thing is that
Thank you.
it's not correct in that he was taking water line.
Oh, that's right, too. You're
Yes,
gonna have to have
we'd
it.
need one that showed that there's
Have
a
it
pit
amended
meter,
so it looks
and
what-
how it goes in is purely a service.
Okay. Do you want us to bring that up to?
Yeah,
As long as it's a
bring it
digital
to
copy,
Stephen.
we can request it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Is that all right, Stephen?
No, no,
Mr.
no.
Brady will bring you that plan,
Yeah.
The
the
revised
amendment?
one.
You'll
Yeah.
also get flagged by me when you go on a viewpoint for when you start pulling your foundation permit.
Yes,
Okay.
but I'll have it done again.
Thank you all.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Are you folks from Lexington Drive?
22.
Oh,
It's Chicory.
Chicory. Oh, okay.
I guess
750.
the abatement's not coming.
Okay. All right. The time being probably after 7:15 at this point. We have Chicory Lane Water Extension, special connection fee, tentative project schedule. Oleg? Is that you? Okay, you want to come up and explain anything to us, or
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
or answer questions? We don't know what your status with Steve is. I don't know how much communications has taken place, or...
I think we can almost back over here.
Yeah, I think you guys have the packets with the information. I know we've had conversations since the last meeting, but essentially requesting a water main extension from Ridge Road up to our house in front of Chickering due to a failed well, so we can have water in the house.
Okay, and you're good with the proposal as far as the expenses go?
So I did have a question. I came back, I saw WWW on the street. I assume that's Walpole Waterworks.
Yes.
You guys had marked it out to 300 feet, so I didn't
Yeah.
know if something had changed.
No, we probably want a little farther past that just to make sure we can capture any utilities that are here.
Okay, just a safety thing. And then I know there's discussion about putting in a fire hydrant as well. Would that be done in front of our property? Do we know a location for that?
I believe the way with the current stub lines out, I gotta end up being closer to across the street from me, only because that's gonna be what we call the short side of the road.
Mhm.
But it will be directly in front of your house.
Okay. And we'd have a little bit of leeway, because I know there's a clearing surrounded by, I think, brush on either side, mulch on one side. We'd have a little bit of leniency to not get it right in the middle of that clearing if we need to.
Yes, it's gonna line up with the end of the water main. You'll probably start seeing something tomorrow, or Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
If you see us or contact me, we can talk about it, where we're in the water main.
Okay.
And how to lay it up.
Okay, yeah, just want to make sure I still have access to the property through that little clearing. But there should be room for the fire hydrant on either
Yes,
side.
well, I think when I measured 150, it was to the far end of your property.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
So I think to the far end of the property is going to be by where the driveway is, right?
I think it's past.
Even past that.
Yeah.
That's 300, I think. I think 150 is closer. We can reassess tomorrow.
I can look at, I don't have the map yet, but,
Okay.
you know, I thought 150 placed it almost, you know, past your driveway on
Okay.
that short end of your property.
Okay. I mean, are you going to be out there, and can we kind of walk it together whenever you come
Yeah,
out?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So is his budget changing based on this, or he's locked into what you?
No, so we use Google Earth to map out the 150. So
Okay.
your road's 800 feet long.
Okay.
So again, that 150, when I measured it out, it was just, I want to say it was just past your driveway, almost to the end of your property, where it lines up on Chicory.
Got it.
That's how I got the 150. So
Got
think
it.
about it, the stub from Ridge Road actually comes like 30 feet into
Yeah.
Chicory already.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where we started the start line versus the 150.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. The only question I had was, I know there's some discussion about whether the fire hydrant is included in that fee that Stephen included, or, you know, since it's considered a betterment for the whole neighborhood and the street as a whole, whether there could be some concessions on the cost of the hydrant and how that affects the fee that Steve had proposed.
Okay.
So typically, you know, whenever there's a water extension, the developer usually bears all costs. There is no betterment. There's no one else in the neighborhood pitching in, but you for this.
Yep.
So there wouldn't be anyone else to charge in the Chicory neighborhood.
I guess I'm saying, like, if there were something to happen that warranted the fire hydrant being used
So
of a house outside of mine, like, we're not gonna say no, obviously, right?
Well, so it's gonna belong to the local water department. It's not
Okay.
belong to you.
Okay, I see.
So this is a water extension, so, we're putting it in and we're gonna own it and maintain it for the life of it.
Okay,
Your service is gonna start at your curb line going in.
got it.
That's why we wanna do the extension this way versus doing the service all the way back to Ridge Road.
Mhm.
Because anything that happened over the course of time on that spaghetti service,
Mhm.
that would have been on you to fix.
Understand.
Does that kind of make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, yeah.
So
And
what
having
about,
the-
you're not charging him the fee though, right? You're charging him the cost of the, your
We're charging a
10,000?
special connection fee based on the materials.
Okay.
For 150 feet of line, is that right?
150 feet of line up the edge plus the fire hydrant at the
Okay.
end.
Okay.
And the fire hydrant is mainly because we're gonna flush that line periodically.
Yep,
If we did it, the water was stagnant after a while, we'd have no way to flush it.
yep, okay.
Plus, your
does the
insurance
hu-
company should give you some reduction on your home insurance that you had a custom fire hydrant put in for fire.
I don't know. That's up to them to decide.
$5.
Yeah, but I think I seem to recall they would look at the distance from where your home is to the next fire hydrant.
I know when I got my policy, the question was, is it, I think, less than 500 or
Yeah.
1,000 feet, I forget the number.
Yeah.
I'm within that distance right now, so
Oh, you are?
I don't know that there would be a difference in my
Well, if you
premium.
weren't, if that was an issue, it's a potential,
Yeah,
but
I
apparently
think it's
you've
gonna be a
already checked
non-factor
it.
in this case.
Yeah, the problem is the fire truck only has 350 feet, so it's 500 feet away, you're out of luck.
Yeah. No, I'm 150, I think, away right now, so I'm good there. Yeah.
How much does the hydrant cost?
I believe in the packet was a little over
3,350,
3,000.
350,
How much?
$3,350. It's the last page of the,
Yeah, 300 feet.
I see the hydrant as a community improvement. And I don't see why he's paying,
Again, whenever a developer puts in a water extension, the ratepayers don't pay for the hydrants on developers.
I understand that. He's not a developer. This should have been done back, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago. If he's given the town, if he's improving the town, well, we should give him a credit for that.
Well, so, we are doing this with our staff during the daytime.
Who's digging the street?
The DPW, DPW.
Not town forces.
the water department.
The water
It's
department.
free, they're not charging him the labor.
I know that, but I'm saying, he's got a hydrant here, and I see it as a improvement to the town, and I'm saying that it really doesn't, he doesn't need a hydrant, except for maybe to
There's
blow
like
off,
two different.
and
this
that's
was-
it.
this was the
So
second.
why are we charging him the full,
Because
$3,300? Huh?
Our policy for hydrants at dead ends, the flush line.
Why are we charging him the $3,300?
Because he needs the water extension for his water service.
He has, you're charging him for the water main, right?
Yes,
And it's going to go
dead ends.
how far, does it reach his driveway?
I believe it's, I put it on the map again, but I believe it goes right past his driveway.
So it's
Okay.
from the Ridge Road to Chicory Lane side.
No, it only goes to his.
He's not
his
paying the
property.
water.
Okay.
and
Putting a new
the
house,
line
you're paying
is
3,500
apparently
water
30 feet
connection.
in
He's not paying
the
that.
town's,
So it's a wash.
we're
He's paying
extending
this.
something that
Yeah, but that's
already
the same
goes
thing as
in
he-
there
he's
30
gonna
feet.
have to pay
The
to
the
get
developer
the
left a stub
He's not
and
paying it
and
twice,
gaped
he's not
out
paying
on
it once, he's
Chicory.
getting free.
Okay.
No water mains.
So one more question which was asked last time in the meeting was how many lots are there in the Chicory Lane which can use, let's say not now, but 10 years later they may
I
want.
believe there's 2 more houses that can connect. Well,
There's 4 homes in total on this
there's-
street.
There's 4 homes, but no one can connect this extension because it goes short of those houses.
Oh, and if they want to connect, what will be the process?
It could be another special connection fee like this.
Okay.
Where we see if we can take on the project in-house,
Mhm.
and we'd have to go another 650 feet.
And at the end of that, would be a hydrant
Yes.
that they would be paying for.
Yes.
Okay. So my concern is also just that, fire hydrant charge, because that's so common between the whole street. And I'm on par with Commissioner Faslano that we should be charging him for all the material except for the fire hydrant. And it's a town cost. I understand that it helps the customer for now, but it helps the whole street. So that's the only concern I have. And the 3,500, we can take as a security deposit until, you can't.
We don't take.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the only concern I have, like, the plan wise, everything is fine.
Going back to, where every other water extension in town, the person who constructs it, they pay for everything, including the hydrants, the valve, the fittings.
Is there some
Wait a minute,
example where somebody paid for the fire hydrant because they,
What do you think of a recent water extension in town?
non-developer one?
But even if it was a developer, there would, whenever you extend a water or sewer line, you've brought it closer to somebody else.
Yeah.
And, there are appurtenances like hydrants in this case that are there, paid for to
By
get
somebody
this
else,
is done.
somebody else, yeah.
And, the advantage is that if somebody wants it further down, they're getting the 150 feet worth of.
Well, actually, if you look at the Renmark project.
Right.
And the water main improvement over there on West Street, we waived all their water connection fees for the water main and hydrants and sidewalk
Yeah.
along, is that West Street right
Yes.
See,
No, Norfolk Street.
there? Norfolk Street, sorry.
Right.
Bill, I think what we're missing, if he just came in and said, I have a house here, it's not connected to water, I want to connect to water, he would pay $3,500 to connect.
Right.
4,300.
43. He's not paying that here, he's just paying.
Yeah, I'm saying.
So he's saving $4,000, and he's getting not just all the labor free, he's getting the materials and a fire hydrant
Yeah.
at their raw cost, so.
So I'm saying,
He's
this
making
is
out,
his entrance fee, $10,000, $551.50.
yeah, what costs more, if he had a contractor do this, probably cost $20,000.
Yeah, so that's,
So we're giving him,
Yeah.
he's not paying the 4,000, he's just paying for the direct pipe, what he's getting.
and he's getting not just the normal, it's also gonna be much better than a spaghetti line, which we don't want
Well,
anyway.
that's the big thing.
Yeah.
He's had service, and it's a shame. We're not responsible for the developers, but yeah, that's an anomaly, that street. Who knew, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, to move this along, I move that we charge him half the price of the hydrant.
I second that motion.
Okay, any discussion? None? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I
Opposed?
I'll abstain.
Then then it's 2-1-0, you get half of, you're paying for half the
fire
cost
hydrant.
Okay.
of the hydrant. So you'd be deducting, what, looks like 16 something, 1,000
yeah.
something.
Okay, thank you. And then we move forward with the project
Yes, so
as
it's-
proposed.
It's a move forward vote
Okay.
for you to get the connection. As soon as you pay the fees, the town will start the work.
Okay. As soon as the fee is paid,
Yeah,
then
we're
we can
also gonna
schedule.
start, this week, so if you come by the office,
Sure.
bring the water application card and the connection fee amount, we'll formulate it on Monday and email you with the new number.
Okay.
And then, if you want to come in Thursday, Friday, or the following week.
Perfect.
And then you can line up your guy, you can do the work ahead of time. So
Okay.
as we finish, it'll be a quick tie-in once we're done.
Great. All right.
Okay, Ole.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Well, maybe your health club can give you a deduction, you wouldn't have to go there to take showers anymore.
I forgot to ask you one.
Too late. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, we don't have, I guess Lexington Drive isn't coming in, so we can move to correspondence. Number one is a letter from Jim Johnson.
Mr. Chairman, so why can't we discuss the abatement like we have done that before also?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say
Yeah.
the one on Lexington, this is a standard case.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, we should just
Is there
say,
any
yes,
reason to,
standard
yeah.
sewer abatement. And
Well, you want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that for the 45 Lexington Drive, based on material provided by the office, that they get the standard sewer abatement that represents the amount of water that did not go in the sewer.
For which date, like? It's for this date which is marked?
It's been carved out, you see that where he's bracketed.
Okay.
You see, it's like, 635, and all of a sudden they're up to 400, whatever. It
Okay.
matches up.
Okay.
So that's my motion.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Is there a second?
Second,
I'll second it.
okay.
One second. There was something I found.
Aye.
No, I guess, there's one more thing
Any
which I'm trying to
discussion?
read up. Yeah, there's a discussion because this statement that this bill was an estimated final read because the meter stopped working on 8:30. And
What I'm saying is we use the values that we have
which is
to
fine.
determine their water.
Yeah.
And you can see there's excess water that went through a hose.
Well, what figure, we gave her 2,500.
no, we
No.
are still on this 45 Lexington.
Oh, 45, okay.
In the past, we haven't done the actual figuring. They've done it over and over again. They know,
Okay.
Yeah,
that they look at the average water and they subtract that off and they will base their sewer based on as if there hadn't been a hose that was just leaking water all over the place.
all right, so,
The other thing, also, what I would suggest is
No,
what
I'm
Derek,
seeing another issue, which is this bill, what we are discussing is June, and then the meter stopped working on 8:30, and the
Yeah.
next usage is showing much more higher. It is showing 6766.
yeah,
Is this 615 too? Okay, this contained the 915. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah.
In addition, I would suggest that we ask them that in addition to getting the abatement, that we request that they, as Derek has suggested here, schedule an appointment to replace their equipment.
okay, so we'll go with Derek's recommendation?
Yes,
Okay. So I seconded that. Anybody else? All in favor?
I,
Aye,
Aye.
400. Okay, thank you.
There is one question though. Why weren't the homeowners alerted to this problem? We have this sophisticated monitoring system. There should have been some type of an alert sent to the customer saying that you need to investigate why you're using an excess of water.
Pat, there's only one that would have caused an alert, only one reading. During the summer, it's 250 cubic feet.
Yeah, but when they see this,
They won't get alerted
well, it
unless
should,
it's out.
okay.
And with
Why
the new
use doesn't
system,
it-
we'll be able to do it. It is a very primitive way of alerting people, and during the summer, it's 250 cubic feet that triggers an alert, and then they start calling. During the rest of the season, I believe it's 150 or 125. Do you remember, Steve, what the
It was cut in half.
That's what I think, yeah, 125 cubic feet, which is a ton of water, by the way.
When we bought these systems, they would say that when they saw something wrong, they would alert the homeowner, and they didn't.
How do you?
Who's
what do you
they?
mean They didn't.
The town, the
No.
people who run the.
They do.
We do alert.
We
They
change
do.
their diapers too. We'll go feed the dog and let them out. I mean,
What are you talking about diapers
They
now?
did, they do.
it's like
Terry's
What
babies.
do diapers
there,
have to do
You're
with
treating
this?
people like babies. They have no personal responsibility. We're
Well,
the town's
But
supposed to do
we
everything for them.
alert them.
If you're someplace else, if you're on vacation, and they send a message to you, then you can respond. It's a water-saving system. In other words, we try to conserve water. Now, you think we're treating them like babies,
No, we do.
but I think they
We call the
should.
people, you're excusing the staff of not calling the people. I
Patrick,
don't,
I do it daily.
I don't,
I get the critical
that's not
list.
correct, Patrick.
The continuous full list.
I've gotten a water use notice in the summertime,
Yeah.
when I'm
We do.
down the
Oh,
Cape,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
okay? So why didn't this happen?
Well, like Bill said, it was under 250, and it doesn't say we didn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
250 is
How do you
in the
get ahold of
summer.
people?
And
I
if
know
you didn't
people who
do it
don't
in
know
the
how to
summer,
get
you
ahold
would be
of their
calling
neighbors.
everybody who's
They
got
have
an
no
irrigation
phones.
system every single day.
communicate
And that's
by the
why they
internet.
boosted to
It's up
250.
to
So,
us
Not up
to
to
have a
us.
system in place
I will
where
say-
we have emergency telephone numbers so that we can call people if there is an anomaly, because especially in the summertime, when we do have a problem with water production, that's the most important time to make sure people aren't wasting water.
I am in hopes with this new system that we'll be going to, we will be a little bit like the power company, where we will be able to flag our high users and hopefully get an automated letter printed and mailed with, like little graphs, this is, your typical use, your usage, your usage is high, please look into your plumbing for an issue. That way, we'll take a lot of the burden off our staff, manually checking the computer, manually making the phone calls. We can automate this process to just printing out a mass mailing maybe once a week of, the 100 people that are flagged or so.
Yeah, it's not
You know,
unlimited.
the words you were saying now, that same words were told to me 15 years ago when we put in one of the first digital systems. That's all I can say. It didn't work, obviously. I hope it works now. I hope that in the future it will work, because we spent a lot of money on this, and it's supposed to help people.
I mean, Terry, you sat in that last class with us with Beacon, right?
Yes.
How much simpler was the process of flagging high users in the new system versus the KP
How many new
system?
meters are in?
It would be simpler, once you get the hang of it. I mean, it's a little more complex, but I think it would be
Yeah.
easier.
How many people, what percentage of people have the new meters?
I believe we're a little over 1,000 out of 8,700
So
customers.
that's what, 1/8, 1/9?
Right around there.
Did we vote on this, Mr. Chairman? I think we had a motion
Yeah,
and a
all in
second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
that was in, 4-0.
Hmm?
It was 4-0, is it?
Oh,
It was 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0, we're all set.
The date was 4-0.
okay, all
This,
right.
this was extra discussion.
Okay. What else, before Mr. Nunnery gets his coat on, anything else?
Okay.
All right, I guess the next thing on the agenda is the letter from Jim Johnson dated 10/23, update on commission vote regarding meter charges and billing operation.
I have one objection here. It's regarding the memos and all. If the issue is very important and it needs town administrator to be here and present his case. We just have a superintendent walked out on this topic. I think we should not be, we are not paid to appear in these meetings. If this is a billing and meter charge issue, a town representative should be here to defend that.
Right. Do you want to invite him for the next meeting?
Yeah, any,
I
few-
think
anything.
on the
that-
last paragraph, he's saying he's willing to schedule a meeting. Let's schedule a meeting. You know,
That's fine. Do we want a private meeting with him or do we want a public meeting? That's the.
no, if we're here, we need to have a public meeting. There's no reason,
That's what I'm saying. So this
Yeah.
this was on agenda.
Yeah.
This is a public meeting, and if there's no town representative trying to defend this particular memo or talk about it, what is our role? That's what I'm asking. Like, we cannot just keep on reading memos and act on it.
so
There's,
wouldn't we say that based on the October 23rd meeting, that we, looking at the last paragraph, we would like to schedule a meeting with the commission, and it says not only from me, so Jim Johnson, Director Mattson, and Superintendent Nunnery, as well as staff, or I guess a staff representative from the Sewer and
but
Water and
it's
Finance
asking-
Department.
It's asking for a weekday or Tuesday evening meeting. So we should have that meeting.
I mean, I think he's saying he's available to discuss. I would say, yes, we would like to have that
Yeah.
meeting. It's not just Jim and us, it's Jim, Steve, Rick, and somebody from the finance, which, because this thing involves all those people. So
So let's have that meeting. I don't have.
Yeah, but
any problem.
I don't want the whole entourage, Bill. I mean, this is like the one with the selectmen. We're elected, the selectmen are elected, and the moderator. We should meet, and Jim can have one or two staff, himself and Rick and whoever, but not this thing of the whole entourage, the finance committee, the 12
No,
people,
no.
5 people from town hall. He does that at the FinCom meetings, and it's overwhelming. The whole army of people, an entourage comes in, and they take the place over. It's not for everybody. It's, you know, this here,
I think he's saying 4 people.
No, he's
Yeah.
asking for a special meeting on Tuesday or work day, okay, or a weekday. So thing is,
Yeah.
okay,
So we
we-
wouldn't be having the finance committee, you would have somebody representing the finance office, whether it's Jody, Lisa, or somebody who would be able to say, no, make sure that we're not making decisions of, oh, we should do this and that, and somebody says, you can't do that. You
Yeah,
should do
no, I
this.
agree.
Yeah,
the finance committee,
we don't want the
Probably-
finance committee. We
No,
want a
no,
representative
the
from
finance
the
department.
finance department.
yeah, Jody, in other words.
Well, Jody, Lisa, let them
Yeah.
pick who, you want to get
Yeah.
the person who knows, going to be able to give the answers, don't?
And then also either Rick or Steve.
No, why not have both?
Okay, Rick and Steve.
And, yes.
And Jim.
And Jim,
Okay. We'll invite them,
yeah.
and then we can have that discussion. I'm trying to set it up, whatever, when they can have them make one of our Monday meetings, or we're gonna meet a special time when they can make it.
No,
I'm
they want
willing
on
to,
Tuesday or
uh,
weekday.
Tuesday?
No,
well, here's-
it's written here, coordinate a
Here's-
weekday or Tuesday evening meeting. So today is a weekday meeting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need another meeting or like?
Well, let's
what
look at our
are-
schedule. We just have our schedule in here. Let's see.
Weekday, what Tuesday?
Today is weekday, so.
Oh, this is, yeah, well, this is January. This is not, what do we have left for this year?
We have one meeting, December 3rd or 5th, something like that.
I was a little confused talking about dates. If you look at the meeting agenda, down the bottom it says Monday, December 8th, 2025.
It's the next meeting.
That's the next meeting.
December,
But this memo is from October 23rd, isn't it?
December
Right.
8th.
And
And
we only
today's-
had one meeting in
No, no,
October.
but this, today is November 10th.
November 24th isn't the next meeting?
So
That's Thanksgiving week.
It's,
Do you want to have another meeting in Thanksgiving week?
No, I don't.
We don't. No,
All right.
Chairman,
That's,
I
I'm just
see the
curious
issue.
why it was,
The issue is, this memo is from October 23rd. It's put in our agenda for today's meeting, okay, 10th. And none of the town representative is here. And then, you know, they are paid people, they're paid officials, okay, and we are volunteer. We cannot, we can of course come and meet again, but there was enough time from October 23rd until today to come and say that, okay, we cannot come to today's meeting, or we need some other time. So that's the point I'm trying to say. And even in the meeting which was on October 17th, none of them were here when we're discussing. So that's a problem I'm trying to raise. Like, the memos does not help. Public meetings are already posted, timings for whole year, whole calendar.
Terry,
if-
what time did Nunnery leave? Okay, that needs to be in the minutes, what time he left.
I guess I'm looking pretty, do we want to have the meeting or not? Let's not, if it's history, it's history.
Okay.
They're offering,
No,
I'm saying,
Would
let's
you rather,
take the
would you
meeting.
rather, here's the question, would you rather meet sometime in November, or do you want to go to the December 3rd meeting to meet with them on this particular issue?
The December 8th meeting, isn't it? Next is December 8th.
Well, we have the meeting on December 8th.
Yeah. There is a
Okay,
meeting on
we'll ask
December
him to come on the 8th to have that meeting.
8th. Yes,
And we've
And maybe while he's
identified-
here, we can have some other discussion if
We
you
have
want.
plenty of seats.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Well, yeah, I don't
No,
want
we
the
can,
whole
we can meet,
entourage.
yeah, we can meet in town hall, that's not a problem, but what my point is, if the schedule is already published, we are volunteers, we are coming with our whole time and agenda and all. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, no one shows up in the public meeting. We cannot have another special meeting to, discuss all this.
So, does a weekday work?
No, my suggestion is that we on Monday, December 8th meeting, we discuss this, yeah.
So we'll invite, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send, through Terry, I'll send an email to the agent asking for that.
All right, so we're looking for a representative of the finance department, Jim, Steve, and Rick.
Because he says right here, he says, Rick, Steve, the treasurer collector advised that they blah, blah, so I guess that's,
Yeah. I mean, if
And
there's
himself.
I think Steve can represent the office. He sits right in the midst of them, so, we don't need to have Derek or Barbara or Alice come in.
okay. All right, so then the next thing, we have Pradeep's summary dated 10/27/25, memorandum on modernization.
So this,
Anything you want to,
yeah, so this was a response to his memo, and we could have discussed everything today, but this was basically rebutting most of the points which was made, and the main thing was that other than the particular delays, 37 days meter delays, and I have another situation which is in the Swan Pond community, the bills were sent 49 days late. I have that meter, I have this bill in my hand. This is like 49 days late. Plus there was like Facebook post about resident complaints about the new meter charges. And those meter charges were unexplained to them. And that particular Facebook post was shared with the town officials. And this was to legally protect the ratepayers. It was basically promoting the modernization and accountability. The board looks forward to work with the Superintendent Finance Department to implement new modernization, and but in previous 4 to 5 years, there is not much progress which has been done. And there's a whole memo with the summaries provided. On June 12th, 2023, the board voted 410 to eliminate 40-cent ACH payment fee for online payments. and that was explained that it was at maximum $38,400. Then Commissioner 2023 correspondence also with Finance Department document that removing ACH fees was feasible and within the board's authority under Mass General Law. Then ongoing public record, we have on September 15th, we asked for monthly e-billing and digital modernization. Reinforcing prior board initiative, we have voted multiple times on the monthly or e-billing or digital modernization. I even remember a motion to do to give full rights to the earlier superintendent, Mr. who was before Stephen Murray.
Scott Gustafson?
Yeah,
Scott was the previous.
Yeah, Scott. So the board has given the full authority to him to hire and, basically work with any consultant to give the information. And from last 4 or 5 years, the board has given so many direction, motions, passed voted motion to modernize the system. And what we are getting is still the similar delayed billings and some charges which customer don't understand. And that's what I have written in this summary. The public accountability and long-term benefits was also documented. The board position supported by public hearing, correspondent and resident engagement, emphasize fair, transparent and technology-driven billing, and basically it will improve the resident service. They're paying millions of dollars. So and it has been done with the result of years of documented deliberation. It was not just done on one weekday or one board meeting. There are other legal statements here which was being said, and I rebutted that, saying that the town office should recognize the board's historical authority or billing and abatements and immediately implement the October 17 motion and resume the collaboration with board to launch monthly e-billing and ACH systems as previously proposed. And acknowledge that board's modernization plan improves the operation efficiency and reduces the cost to the ratepayers. And that was my memo to October 23rd memo of town administrator.
Bill, what, I'm trying to recall, what was the metric that caused in the second column there, of the billing cycles, the difference between $8.12, $10.25, $21.25, $82.50? What is the common denominator?
Is this the per quarter meter fee where it goes 812, 885? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
It's it's based on the size of the meter, and it's easiest to see. Just going from a 1 inch to a 2 inch, you would think, oh, it's just double, but no, it's not just doubled by the size. It's based on the size of the meter, how much water you can get through is how they figured it. And so you have to look at how much water you can get through the same size of these particular size meters. And then,
Yeah, but didn't we, you remember when Ken Erickson was the fire chief?
yeah,
Now he came up, he started telling peripheral neighborhoods that were further out
right.
that they had to have bigger lines because if the fire department doesn't
Yeah.
get there fast enough or something, or no, they had to have sprinklers put in the houses.
I do remember that he was measuring how long it would take the trucks to get
Yeah.
from wherever. Well,
So-
isn't he in New Hampshire now, or
Right.
moved?
But I think the problem is, I think there's neighborhoods where they have, because of that, they have a bigger meter than anybody else, and it's not because of anything they do. They use the same water as anybody else. It's just at the time, the fire chief was
Yeah.
insisting on him having a bigger meter. I don't think they should be penalized.
Well,
They
but
shouldn't be paying,
I think that the
twice or three
difference is,
times.
John, if you look at the number of meters,
yeah.
that you see that of the, 10,000, 9,000 of them are basically residential meters. And right now, when my house was built in 1953, you got a 5/8 inch meter. And I'm not sure where, at what point, but the standard became a 3/4 inch meter, regardless of, whether you were in, way up in North Walpole or a house that, could be built next to mine if it was a vacant lot there. So, all the others are really special situations. Either you're a long ways away from, where the water main is, and for some reason needed a volume. But we don't have a whole lot of larger meters, certainly percentage-wise.
No, you
I'm
would
just
think
looking,
that
it's
the
like
businesses
90% of
would
them
have,
are residential meters.
businesses, I can see the businesses,
Yeah.
I can't see residences paying more than, for example, $9, if that's what the range of the.
Well, it's $8.12 if you're on a 5/8 inch
Yeah,
meter.
but if a resident has a 2-inch meter because the fire chief, they shouldn't have to pay more than double or triple what the other people are paying. That's because
Well,
they use the same amount of water.
I could do the math as to, it is the volume of water that you can get in a 2-inch is not double what you can get in a 1-inch diameter meter.
It's 4 times.
It's 4 times as packed, and it's probably like 3 point something, but it's,
Yeah, but these people didn't say, I want a 4-inch meter because I'm gonna use 50 times more water than them.
And it
I'm
may
using the
be-
business of a used car lot or a business or something. It's that they were just told, well, you live in such and such a street, so you gotta have the bigger meter.
What's
and I don't know
elevation?
if somebody put in, and I don't know the answer to this, if someone had to put in a sprinkler system, would the sprinkler system say, you gotta have a 2-inch meter or an inch and a half? I don't know. But regardless, this is what we voted. If we think that should be changed, we should have a rate hearing, and, we get an actual explanation.
Well, actually,
When
I
I-
think we did vote, because I brought that up when we had this rate hearing and Rick Mattson was here.
Yeah.
And he agreed that residences would not be paid those higher fees. Those are intended for the businesses who are actually using that much water.
Well, I think we could probably find out who's got the larger meters, and fine, are they all commercial, in which case, and if there are situations, maybe we can address, is there a particular reason why a resident has a 1.5 inch or a 2-inch
I
meter?
think up in like.
I know why, so I'd like to know why.
Frontier Lane,
Yeah,
at Frontier Drive and Independence Drive, and those streets over there have bigger meters because of the fire chief, because he happened to be the chief at the time. It had nothing to do, they're standard houses like everybody
Yeah, but
else.
no houses are standard, because we have, this has to do with pressure.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't. When people are
Okay.
building a home, they're not water experts. They're building the same house as the guy in the other street, a
it does have
four-bedroom
something
house.
to do with pressure. You can simulate what appears to be pressure. If you have a bigger faucet, the pressure may be less, but you're getting a lot of water, as opposed to
It's called flow.
yeah,
The pressure depends on the water tank.
exactly. So,
But the use of your water, like at my house, we're 300 feet high. We have 22 pounds of water. I had to replumb my house downstairs to increase it from 5/8 to a much bigger line. Once I had the bigger line and the bigger meter, more water would come into the house. No more pressure, but more water. So that when you're upstairs taking a bath, a
So
shower,
did you
and
go-
somebody
would you
flushes
go
the
to 1.5?
toilet,
Yeah.
you don't have
Which meter
somebody
did you go
freezing
to?
up top, because even though the pressure would have been the same, the little pipe wouldn't have supported the flow necessary to do both operations.
So which meter did you go to?
I think I went to a 3/4.
Mr. Chairman, it's nothing we can do without having a rate hearing.
No,
And I
I
think
know.
that's
I
the
just-
time where we discuss it. And at that point, we can say, we'd like to find out who is with these larger meters, anything over 3/4. And if there is a
Residential
situation where they really don't need it, maybe we can say, address it as residential as this, but if it's same meter size and it's commercial, it's something else. But I think at this point, there's nothing that we can
Well,
discuss.
I'm
at this
just saying, the superintendent of public works was here. I mentioned it, and he assured me that they wouldn't be charging these higher fees to residents irrespective of what the old, even Lenny Anderson told me that isn't right what he's doing, but he's the new fire chief, you know, so he can tell people you gotta do whatever. I don't,
And these are temporary anyway.
I'll tell you
These
what.
are not permanent.
No.
John, let me see, I mean, there's only, you know, if we get over the, like,
Yeah, there's
who's
a-
got the 1 inch? And I'll find out, are they residential or commercial? And I'll see if I can get back to us for our next
I
meeting.
think it's probably the 2 inch or the 10 inch, those 70 people.
Well, you know, I'll,
1.5 and 2,
I
where
will-
there might be the residential homes on a couple of streets.
I will find
Okay.
that out.
All right.
Do you
So,
think there's 2 inch?
nothing we can do at this
Water
point.
lines going into residential
Yeah, I think he
houses?
did that. And
2 inches?
crazy, I know. Isn't right.
Because I know big houses, they do put in 1 inch lines. But I've never seen a residence with
No,
more than
the builders
1
don't
inch.
specify. This
We're-
was from the
we're
fire
going
chief.
to
You get the
investigate.
building permit, I want you in that neighborhood, I want you to put in such and
Are
such.
they elevated? Are they way up high? Is their elevation high?
No, they got the water tank up there.
Well, that means they have low water pressure.
Oh, the water tank is 100 feet above
But
their
close.
houses.
100 feet doesn't give you much.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
Well, whatever.
probably why.
All right.
okay, but I don't think it should be based on that.
Well, what should be based on?
Business and consumer.
So, what are you saying? You're saying all residents should have the same payment?
No, you could have a range for residents from very small to large, maybe $8
I
to
think that horse
$12.
is dead now.
And then-
We've beaten it to death.
And then you can start with businesses to go up to 25
Okay,
to
let's stick
250.
with the residents. I think that's a good idea, John.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, moving along.
meeting schedule.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Any objections to those dates? Okay?
Oh, by the way, did Commissioner Mistra, did you make a motion? Did
For-
you move anything?
No,
Okay.
we
All right.
just had a discussion.
All right, so in general, as far as that business goes, we're gonna try to get that memo, the 27th and the 23rd. We're gonna try to do that with a meeting on December 8th. And then in January, we're gonna try to have the meeting on the MWRA. That's the other topic.
Okay, so the next meeting is going to be December 8th, and it's going to be a meeting with a bunch of people from town.
Well,
hall.
4 people maybe, yeah.
Okay.
We can do it in town hall.
You know why it might be?
Well, I ask them if they want to do it up there.
Yeah,
That'd be good to be televised,
yeah.
live.
And,
Okay.
yeah, let's,
Okay. So then we go to discussion. Article
So
7.
the meeting schedule, are we okay with this?
Yeah.
Shall-
Meeting schedule.
yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I make a motion to pass this meeting schedule as presented.
I second it.
Okay, moved and second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No,
Okay, 3-1.
I'm not here in July, so you got 2 meetings. I
No,
won't
that
be
we can
here
change.
either
You
one
can
of
change.
them.
You can change that in. You can tell that.
Okay, we usually have 1 meeting in July and 1 meeting in August, but if you want 2, I just won't be here.
Okay,
Telling you now.
let
All right,
the
we'll be
voters know.
flexible. Okay. All right. So now we have Article 7 discussion.
Well, did you folks get a letter on, let me see when it was. I have it here. Did you get a, on November 7th email and concerning, some information that the town administrator sent us. Anybody get that besides me?
I did get some,
November
email.
7th meeting, where
Well,
the town administrator basically talks about the
Friday.
stressful work environment of the staff.
This is Friday,
And, huh?
Friday memo.
Did anybody get that?
Yeah,
This is
You
Friday
got it?
memo, yeah.
it's 11 pages.
yes, October 7th, November 7th, I did get an email
Okay,
from him.
I did respond to one part of that, and I'll
It isn't in the
respond-
packet, but it's.
Yeah, I'll respond to more parts of it, but the part that upset me was, our staff should not have to work in a toxic environment, and they should have the freedom to address the commission or members individually about their concerns immediately.
Mr. Chairman,
And
this is not on the.
Town
agenda.
administrator is basically telling us that there's a problem with staff morale. And I did write back to him and say, if there is such a thing, you should have told us before this. And now we need to make some type of plan to fix that particular problem.
Okay.
But I have not
so-
heard back from him.
Well, we could get that on the
Yeah.
topic for the meeting
Yeah,
of the
well, he
8th.
needs to,
So we
to
could
do
discuss it
something
face to
immediately.
face. He's not here, so.
I know he's not here.
Terry, can we put this memo of November 7th for discussion in the next meeting?
For the 8th.
For the,
Which we are memo?
no, this is November 7th memo from,
November 7th, memo from Jim Johnson.
Jim
What
Johnson.
he said yesterday,
Yeah.
yeah, that's already in the file for this meeting.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Done.
we could kill two birds with one stone, or one stone with two birds. Okay.
And you-
Input on
I
hiring.
talked about this, the input on hiring employees.
We did.
That we should have some input in that. We sit around and we don't have any idea who's working for us. I'm embarrassed when I go out to see what's happening and I don't know who the employees are.
Well, let's see what they say, man. Realistically,
Well,
we have so many issues.
It's all about me right now, that's what I'm talking about.
All about you.
I don't know what's going on and I'm supposed to.
Well, I would just say that we have a human resource department, we have personnel specialists, we have a whole mechanism up at Town Hall to determine needs and availability of funds to get new people or replacement people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Come and visit us, Patrick.
Huh?
Come and visit us.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
So-
I don't even know where you reside.
On the
first floor in the corner.
No, I mean, I don't know that. I used to have an office there. Yeah.
since
So-
1980, you haven't had a
Right, so
chance
the
to
old
go and
days-
visit them?
We should have one meeting a year, we all talk about yesteryear, we just come, we all talk stories from the
Yeah.
past.
Bill's
I remember they used to have horses and buggies and electric wagons going around
All
town.
right, let's put the next item.
So, we can discuss that. I mean, if you want to make again, Mr. Johnson is your agent, you're
I already
welcome.
sent him a letter.
So,
Okay.
so the hiring employees, there was discussion last time, isn't it, that the board should be informed about new hirings, and at least FYI should be sent to the board saying that we are hiring new employees and this person is
Right.
hired, something like that.
And that's, I think, part of, we don't have the regular representative here, so he can't tell us that.
Yeah. So, but that should be, do we have to pass a motion to say that, or is this a request, or what do you want? Like, I'm
think
asking like,
Didn't the last meeting we had from the superintendent's summary, where he said that so-and-so, was a new technician, we promoted somebody else, I mean, we were getting the information.
Yeah,
no, this was regarding, there was some job posting.
Yeah,
on
we're
the-
not getting into hiring.
No,
This-
we're not,
yeah.
we don't have to.
We don't have to, and we shouldn't,
Because
and we'd be
we-
getting
we
the
are-
town in
yeah.
trouble if we did.
No, we are volunteers, we don't want to be the, the check guard of every
Right.
operation, so that's the one thing.
we've helped
What-
out in
what-
the past, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, I do have a motion. I move that the to have all new water and sewer employees appear before the Water and Sewer Commission, so that we know who they are.
Okay?
That's it. That's what we need to see. We need to see who we're hiring.
Okay.
That's my motion.
Is there a second?
I want to second, but I'll second it, but let's open it for discussion. Like, what are we trying to achieve that?
We're trying to achieve that these people know that we exist and that they exist.
Which
Because
is
don't
fine.
forget
No,
now,
but,
they're talking about morale
okay.
here.
That's
If you
correct.
read that letter carefully, you see
Oh, of
that
course, of
So that
course.
just means they'll come into a meeting and sit here and get
introduce
introduced.
themselves.
So-and-so is from such and such, and
Right.
came here from Canton, and
Yeah, that's correct. We need
cetera.
to, we need to,
these are the
them to come
commissioners, and
before
here's
us.
your
and
experience.
Since they're gonna be with us for the next
Welcome to
30 years.
Walpole.
And my personal opinion will be that I would love to meet them if they can show up in the board meeting. They just introduce themselves, especially anyone who is handling billing or any other part of the customer service, or IT or finances. So that's my personal opinion. Like, if they're hiring new person or even somebody's leaving, it's good to say goodbye to them. So those changes should be reflected so that we can talk good about them, and we can basically support them. So that's,
Okay,
yeah, I'll
so all in favor?
Aye.
I
Bill?
I'm opposed.
You're opposed. Okay. I'll go along with that, I'll say aye. 3-1.
3-1.
I don't think there's any harm in that.
it's just
It's
me.
it's interesting because with
meet and-
Scott Gustafson, when he was first working here, I went down a couple times to talk to him, and I realized he didn't really know or have much interest in the commission. I encouraged him to come to a couple meetings, and I suggested to Rick that he maybe come on a regular basis and get more immersed in the policy and in the administrative side of the whole water and sewer. And he did that, and I think that helped him develop a lot, personally, and that's, it's not for our egos, but it's good human resource development. They have the people learn the different parts of the organization, et cetera. So I don't see any harm in that.
No, we are already blamed
So-
by somebody that the staff morale is down. So.
Well, the staff,
so-
I would just have to say, the staff, and we can't let that go on,
Yeah.
is, like, Steve and Terry are here. They're not the bosses, they're not agents, they get their marching orders from town hall. So we can't sit here and blame them for all, whatever
We
you
never
don't
blame-
like.
we never
Excuse me.
blame, yeah.
We can't give them a hard time and keep saying, why didn't you get back to us, why didn't you do that? The reason is because somebody at town hall told them not to. Okay, or whatever. So you can't, and the reason they don't want to sit here and be grilling, it's very stressful, and it's not good philosophy. We know what's going on. We have to convince somebody that we're going to be civil and treat them with courtesy and respect, and work together and do our best. And I think then they'll be sitting here, and we'll have better dialogues. So, I mean, the thing isn't, we don't have to have a battle about that. I think it can be resolved, hopefully very soon. I&I fees.
Yeah, we're getting these brand-new developments, for instance, the Toll Brothers coming in. Toll Brothers is coming in, and they're using more than 25,000 gallons a day. So they'd be to come onto the I&I. So I think our I&I plan should be at least, the minimum, it used to be 1 to 4, I think it should be 1 to 1. If these companies are going to put in a gallon, they need to take out a gallon, or find a way to do that.
Something
And,
that could be handled
I have the floor. It's only fair that they pay their fair share. This is, they're using the infrastructure that's been there for a long, long time. It's been paid for by the sewer rate users, and they need to pay their fair share when they come on to the system. So if they're putting in I think it's 30,000 gallons a day, that's what they're putting in. they need to take out 30,000 gallons, find all the different problems that I&I presents.
So there's
You
a-
heard the superintendent say they're doing a survey on the water leaks. Well, you know, there should be an ongoing survey on the sewer leaks, because that's way more expensive. And the sewer rate users are being penalized left and right because the town, you know, is using that money for things that aren't sewers. So I think this would give them a little bit more of relief. Hopefully, the rates won't have to jump higher.
Yeah, Mr. Epic.
And we'll wait for a rate hearing. And the development, by the way, is, I watched the planning board, where it was going to be like 100 units, it's now down to 67. And I have no idea, you know, how that will change the number of gallons that they're proposing.
Well, they're saying that 150,000 gallons is the cutoff.
But anyways, there's nothing that we're going to do about an I&I fee unless it's done at a rate hearing.
Right.
And then we can debate the legality and
Right,
whether we like it, don't like it, or whatever.
okay. It's
The-
reasonable.
Yeah, the I&I fee, is the MWRA guidelines?
Well, if you
But I
don't
guess we'll
act,
keep going on it.
if we don't act now, we're gonna lose money.
No, is there, my question is there any MWRA guidelines on I&I fee? Because the sewer system is maintained by them, so they should have a guideline, isn't it?
In all of the MWRA system, we were the only town that did not have CSO. Okay?
Does not have?
CSO.
CSO, what is CSO?
Combined sewer outfall.
Okay.
That means where water got into the sewer, mixed with the sewerage, and flowed out into an inappropriate place in order to save homes. Okay, we did not have any of that,
Okay,
but every other town on the MWRA system had that. So I attribute that because we had a robust I&I that was never ruled illegal or anything. It was just that the town agreed to
wave,
get rid of it, basically,
oh,
Mr.
okay.
Chairman, can
which they
we
can't
stick
because
to the
it's
agenda?
mandated.
So this we're still talking about I&I?
But CSO is the combined sewer overflow. It's not surcharges, which you're talking about, and correctly, we're the only ones who hadn't had surcharges. But the combined sewer is where there are places, particularly in older areas, where the sewer and water
Drains
are
from
put into the same pipe. We separate them.
Right,
It's a different thing, but,
yeah, he's,
so,
We don't have emergency CSOs.
right.
That's
No
what I said.
surcharges.
And every other town that I know of has them.
Yes.
But we actually do have, but never been used. Because they didn't have to be used, because we took very good care of our sewers. And if we don't continue doing that, we're going to wind up with problems that all the other towns
We
have.
do look for sewer leakage, and it's these MWRA phase, I think we're up to phase 12 or 13, where their money is being spent to identify those leaks in sewer and correcting them.
Yes, and the
So
town
it's
should
not
not
a-
have to borrow money from the MWRA or any place else to fix a problem that these entities are creating. They should pay their
That's
own
the
way.
crux of the problem. You think they create them, I think they don't create them. So we will get to debate this, although I think we'll keep going.
Well, what I'm saying
At a
is,
rate hearing where we
Okay.
can do something and make it actually decide something.
the need is now, because we need to address this, because if we don't, we're going to wind up paying for this.
So you
we're
you
not
need,
paying for anything.
yeah.
Now, they're building these
So you're
things.
requesting a separate rate hearing?
What?
Are you requesting a separate rate hearing for I&I?
Yes, I do. Well, I think that's appropriate in order to save the ratepayers some bucks.
Can we at least,
Put that as a motion, let's debate it, and Terry, you
No, I-
know
I- no, no, I
the
want-
process of
Well, wait a
getting
minute,
it.
we had
No,
a
no.
consultant, you're not, we were like reinventing the wheel.
No, that's what I'm asking. I'm not asking for rate hearing. What I'm asking is, I need to know what are the fees and what are.
We've been through
we are
this.
proposing. No, in a written way.
Huh?
In a written memo, if what is an INI fee and how it will be calculated.
An INI fee, okay, we need to have a
Where is it?
meeting before to explain all this.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
that's it.
Look in the fee schedule, there is a heading, I&I fee, and it's basically,
Very-
it's
very
$0.
good. You
And
printed?
there's a reason we
Yeah.
Oh.
are there.
So you printed for the meeting. It's not in our packet, isn't it?
So can we put it on the agenda for next week to start this discussion?
Which is fine, but it is always in the old business, isn't it? INI fees is always in the old business. There's
Got it
two
in there
places.
twice.
Yeah,
This
well-
time it is two time.
We will put the INI fee to be
It's
discussed
already in the
in old business.
Old business. What I'm saying that
Actually,
next,
it's in there.
yeah, next meeting, what I would like to see, like, what is the proposed fees, which we can discuss in the future rate
There
hearing.
isn't exactly a proposed fee until we find out exactly how much, we need to know the problem. And we need to know the fixes.
So let's ask for the problem, like,
That's what we have to request from the engineers.
okay, so do you want to make motion to get the information from the town?
Sure, yes, I will.
Okay.
Okay,
so-
the motion would be that the town engineer provide the Stormwater Commission with the state of our sanitary sewers.
State of sanitary sewer.
Sanitary sewers.
It's a little broad.
Huh?
That's pretty broad. I mean,
Why
you
is
want to
that
know is
broad?
the inflow, any estimates of inflow?
Pat, do you want to know how much
Infiltration.
gallons that they've discovered and how many they've removed? If you just ask, Steve should be able to get those, because I believe we have to report that anyways already.
Yeah.
So let's
So he
ask for
doesn't need
that
to
rather
study
than
the sewer
asking the town
system. That could
engineer the
take a
state
year.
of the sewer.
My motion was to ask the town engineer that.
You said the state of the system.
Yes, the state of the sanitary sewer system.
And I would agree with the chairman
that's
that
wrong.
that's real broad. If
Yeah,
you're
that's too broad.
interested in, we want to know how many gallons are they finding and how many gallons are they
Well, that's what the
fixing.
status is. What are you doing?
Well, the stat,
No,
What
that's
are you
everything.
saying? You're saying the same thing a different way.
No.
Come on.
in
smarten
mine,
up, will you?
what I'm
Please.
suggesting that
Please,
the
no,
two
you're not
numbers,
suggesting
and
anything.
yours, they'll
You're
tell us
suggesting
the sizes
the only
of
thing you're
different
trying to
pipes
do is
and,
drag a red herring through this
No,
to the detriment of the ratepayers. And I understand that,
absolutely not.
what you're doing, and it's not fair. You're not even on sewer.
I am on sewer,
Oh, when did you go on sewer?
and somewhere in the mid-'80s.
Yeah, well, that's good then.
Yeah.
I'm glad you are.
Yeah.
So you feel
I
that
paid my
pain.
betterment fee and all those things, too.
Yeah.
All right, so
Let's
if you
let's
like,
move on.
can we
Can we-
let, Bill, could you craft a letter to the town engineer asking for, as you say, the status of the infiltration
Yes.
and inflow, and what the gallons report to the state is, so we know what it is?
Yeah, I would like
Yes.
to know that in the next meeting.
Yeah, okay.
So Terrell,
I
Thank you.
will do that.
Appreciate it, thank you.
You get
Okay, so we
Three
have,
things.
then we have, we said that the alternative, the public meeting for its MWRA connection, we're gonna shoot that for beginning of January.
and do we want to do that co-chair meeting with select board?
Yeah, I think we'll do the co-meeting first with them before we do the
Yeah.
public hearing. And we not include I don't want he had the
No,
finance
that's fine.
committee, all these other people.
Let's first do with the select board.
Yeah, the select board and the elected people, and maybe Rick and Steve
Yeah.
and Jody or something like that again.
So we'll
Okay.
have a public, not public, a co-meeting with select board on MWRA in a mutually agreed date
Yeah.
in January 2026.
Right. All right. So then, going down below, is there anything, MWRA water connection? I guess that's We already talked about that. Jarvis
I
Farm.
have MWRA water connection. I had one thing. I think it's more than a month we received any update. And the second thing is that 2 or 3 months back we had asked for MOU. We voted 2 times to ask for the MOU with the Norwood, and that's not yet on our desk. So can we ask for that particular MOU for next meeting, December 8th meeting?
This is
Okay,
the
I'll s-
meeting, memo of understanding that you
with the
took.
Norwood, yeah.
With Norwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been on that request. Mr. Johnson says he didn't get any answer 6 times or something, so I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna give him a letter and say we'd like to get the
the
feedback.
motion
We'd
was
like
a-
to get the feedback for this,
Yeah.
for the 8th.
Yeah, the motion was already passed two times in this board meeting, like few months back, so.
Well, yeah, I guess it takes 2 to tango if he's claiming now that Norwood isn't tangoing anymore.
Okay, do we get an update from the Attorney General?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, so we didn't address that.
Pradeep might know, he might, he's the clerk.
So my
Didn't hear anything from
no,
that?
I had like 4 and 5 different complaints. I didn't pursue it after we won the Article 7.
Nobody's written back to you from the,
No, when they were assigning, they were saying that this is being assigned to this person. This is assigned to this
okay.
Assistant Attorney General. This is assigned to this person. So, but after October 20th vote, I haven't followed up. If you want me to follow up and find out.
Well, no, I'm just curious, they should be coming back to you eventually with
So
some
yeah,
type of
normally they are saying like it
information.
takes 60 to 90 days.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah, so
So
we
it'll
may
be
have-
next year.
January or something. Yeah. Yeah. But if something comes up, I'll let the board know. And
Okay.
Because most of the information is public also. The complaints are public in the sense I always CC town clerk. So if anyone I can bring those complaints in the board meeting also, but it's the same information. We can get it from the town clerk office.
Okay. We didn't have any of your data billed this month, huh? For the-
No, as soon as I get it, I send, so it came when the last meeting. Yeah, and it's only, well, actually, we're at the 10th. I haven't get it. As soon as I get it, I
Have it for the next meeting.
Okay,
have it the next meeting.
perfect. Yeah,
Me
we
too,
set
Satish.
that for first meeting in January,
And where's it going to be held?
town hall.
I thought this was going to be an alternate public information. Remember,
No, we haven't
you
set,
had
yeah, we
one?
haven't set that up yet.
Okay.
We're gonna meet that.
That's what I think this refers to, at least in my mind. Remember the meeting we held at the
Which topic
library?
are we there?
Yeah, I
No,
know.
we'll do
We're
the.
saying we have to meet with the selectmen first. We don't have the information. All the information that we asked for is held at town hall. We don't have that information. to give out.
Is there an agenda on this meeting? The alternate meeting?
Well, we'll have one before, we can agree on an agenda at our next meeting in December for the January meeting.
Is this going to be a posted type meeting, or is it going to be an informational meeting that we're going to give
I'm
out?
gonna ask him, I would prefer a workshop. It's
No.
not a public meeting, but
We
I
can-
think they'll probably wanna make it a public meeting.
We can do public hearing also. I'm not sure whether because some people may come. So
That's not productive, though. I think it's a
You can
two-step
have
flow.
a-
We don't know what the selectmen are thinking, we don't know what the administration has done, we don't know what the consultant's done. There's no sense having a public information, we don't know anything. First, we're gonna meet with the selectmen, find out what they know, what they wanna do, what the consultant wants to do, and then we can synthesize that and have a public meeting.
yeah, that's fine. That's what we said. Let's meet with the select board.
You're
first.
talking about the MWRA.
MWRA, just MWRA. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that this meeting reflected only the MWRA.
Just
Yeah.
the
Well, the
MWRA.
next meeting, we're gonna do the other memos, meeting on the 8th of November.
Yeah, I know.
December.
Okay,
We-
so that's enough for 2 meetings. Okay, I think we're done.
No, meter to cash.
Okay.
One quick question, Bill, this one is from Swan Pond area? Which-
Cycle 9.
Cycle 9, okay.
I'm in cycle 9.
Okay, now what I see is that cycle 9, here the information which is given, 11/4, cycle 9 has wrong information. It says that 1/4/28, yeah, it's not updated. 7 approximately 4/28. This bill came 49 days late.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, so this information is not updated, that's what I said last time. This meter to cash information is not updated correctly. There are bills which was sent more than 37 to 49 days late, and that's not being reflected here.
The only thing I
What's the
can-
address of this now?
That's my
Yeah.
townhouse, the 14 Merganza.
The only thing I can suggest, Pradeep, because this group was much longer than others had been, and I think it may have been because of staffing changes. Terry went down to the
No, but this-
clerk's office.
The other one, that $3,700 bill, that group also, everyone got late, 37 days late.
37.
Yeah, and this one is
Yeah.
49.
Yeah, I know. The 49, I think, which is much different than, we see 36, 35, 29, 30, whatever.
No,
49 was different. I think that, I'm just guessing, I know that there was a staffing change, and
This document, what I'm saying, does not make sense because it's not being updated to reflect any delays which happened.
well, let's ask for an updated one.
Yeah, that's what I asked last time, and we're still not getting the actual data. I don't know why to hide all this information. If delayed happened. It's now public information. There's nothing you can do to hide. So that's one thing. One more thing which we had discussed is that to include in the old business, the monthly e-billing status. Mr. Chairman, you said you wanted a discussion in the board meeting about adding a number 4 or number 5 item on monthly e-billing.
I said that?
No, I had requested and you said that not to include this time and have a discussion in the board meeting. The meter to cash report
Going
is
forward to add number 5 of the
Yeah.
business that says.
For the next meeting.
monthly billing, yeah, going forward, yeah.
Okay.
So that's, you said that to discuss this, so he's fine. So let's include that in going forward.
Going forward, make
Yeah.
that number 5.
Yes, please. And the reason is plain and simple. We just want to make sure that we focus on the ratepayers, whether their problems are being solved or most of the time we are solving somebody else's problem.
If there's nothing else, I just want to ask parenthetically, Terry, did you hear anything? I was going to ask Stephen, but he got out of here before I got to ask him. 22 Cedar Street, I was told, Bill, that she came back after. we gave
I've
her
heard that she has, but
The settlement.
Please speak forward if you the email and ask you guys to contact her.
that's what I thought I'd heard, that you two going to talk to her.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her.
Yeah.
I thought she was coming to this meeting.
No, I'd like to avoid that, because we'll hear
Yeah,
the
'cause
same long story.
I think that
We asked her what she wanted,
we gave it to
we
her.
gave her even more than what I thought and we
No,
can't
it's-
just keep going.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
I think it's Stan now for one of you guys to contact her
Okay,
from the email that Steve forwarded recently.
all right, well, I'll give her a call, and I just say that there doesn't seem to be sentiment to do any more
Yeah.
adjustment unless there's something, some anomaly, that other $300, I don't understand quite. I mean, if she used the water, she used the water. Again, I don't know that water was lost. So, okay, so then I guess we could adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Moving to second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, 400. Thank you, gentlemen.